Happy New Year, everybody. This is my first video of the year. Has nothing to do with food though. It's going to be a plumbing video. So I've got this radiator in my daughter's room that's leaking. Made a bit of a mess downstairs, but that's a story for another time. Right now I'm here to tackle this leak, and what I'm going to do is cut this pipe off at the end here, and then I'm going to bang it away with this screwdriver and hammer. Hopefully I can pry this connector here out so I can put in this new connector and then fasten it to the valve there. The valve is actually fine, it's not leaking, so that's why I'm not replacing that. If I were to replace it, based on what I read, I would have to cut here, but don't need to worry about that. First thing I did was make sure that this valve fits in there nice and snug, which it does. I've already tested it, steam was coming out but no leak. I won't really know for sure until I have this radiator connected, so I'll be hacking away. Alrighty. Whew. That took roughly about 4 minutes, I want to say. It's pretty tough actually. This fucker's actually really thick too. So, that's the old one. Here's the new one. I feel like I'm being ripped off. And they're the same size. Don't worry, I did check that before I started. That would have been a foolish mistake. So there we go. Let's see if I can get that piece removed from there. It's pretty thick, so I might have to make some cuts in here and here to get rid of it. So let's give that a shot. I'll be back. Bang it away with a hammer. Let's see what happens. She goes, ladies and gentlemen. Might be permanently attached to my spud wrench. I'm sure if I got it on with a hammer, I can get it off with a hammer. There we go. First thing I'm going to do is try and clean up in here. Looks pretty good. And I'm just going to test my new fitting. Okay, that's actually really good. That's what I was hoping for. Can't forget to connect these two pieces back together. That would be a foolish mistake. And got Pro Dope. Now I'm either a dope or a pro. I don't want to be both. Just going to apply this on the threads. Now the good thing with this adhesive is that it won't harden permanently, supposedly anyway. It's supposed to give me a nice tight fit to prevent any leaking. But if I ever had to take this apart in the future, it should come off fairly easily. Now I'm being a bit liberal with this because I don't want any leaks. I actually started this to prevent, so don't want to go through all this hassle and then have some leaks. So just hand tighten this in here first. It's a bit awkward. There we go. And if you thought I was done with my spud wrench, wrong. Here's my big boy wrench. I'm just going to get this on there really well. Alright, so we've got that connected on there. Now for the easy piece. All I gotta do is fasten this to that valve and we're done. Now, what I saw to do online, which I thought was a really good idea, is to apply some of this putty on the outside here of my valve to create a nice seal. And like I said before, this is not supposed to harden to make it difficult to remove in the future. It should come off fairly easy. I guess we'll find out in the future if I ever have to do some work on this again, which I hope I don't. But like everything else, time will tell. Alright. And if this putty does the trick, it was worth every penny because it was only $3. The spud wrench, on the other hand, was a little more expensive. That was $16, but worth every penny if this works. No joke, this radiator is heavy, very heavy. I'm a pretty big guy, haven't worked out in 2 years, but I like to think that I am still pretty strong. This fucker's heavy. It's a cast iron radiator. Cool. So what I want to do is get it nice and snug in there. See that fit? That's what I want. And we're just going to fasten this. You don't need any Teflon tape or anything for this connection. we wait. So I'll be back, see if we have any more leaking here. Just gotta wait for the heat to rise. Fortunately, I'm just going to crank the radiator. I mean the heat in the house. So, my wife makes a good point. I should probably wait a bit and let it dry. So, we'll be back in about 30 minutes. Alright, I'm back, and the radiator is fixed. No leak. Successful job. Very happy. See you guys next time.